didn't. I don't know.
Great power.
For the fifth time, it's your boy Sean.
What's up, Wikimaniacs? It's your boy, confident, no stuttering, no cursing, trying to get that YouTube revenue. Welcome to another episode of Reddit on Wiki. It's your boy Sean. With me, with you. Shit, I don't have a script. With me today, as usual, my co-hosts, John and Josh. What it do?
When you told them we're with them, it sounded almost religious-like.
Yeah, this is the beginning of my cult. I'm trying to get big enough to where you guys Venmo me enough and I could fund our annual trips to some island like Jared Leto, where listen to me talk. And I want to get it big enough to be covered on the best cult podcast known to man. Let's start a cult.
Hey, you don't have to be that great. We'll cover you.
Yeah.
We're not
For
picky.
fuck's sake, you did one with coconuts, all right?
There's only so many cults you can do. So,
All right. Well, welcome, Wikimaniacs. Glad to have you back on another Monday. The way we do these is we get into some fun on Reddit, and then we do a quick This Day in History. All right. So this day in history, it should be, look at my schedule here. It should be June 6th. And I wouldn't have to look at a calendar if I researched better. But here we are.
you know what, Sean? It's okay if you're close, because I realized our very first official Today in History was May 9th, but I actually did one that happened on May 10th.
Oh.
And I did not realize until weeks after.
On sort of this day in history.
Yeah, on this week in history. On this
Yeah.
wiki week.
To be fair, I did shitty research and said fucking $5 wrong. So
That's true.
Yeah.
You said Andrew Jackson was
okay.
on the 5.
for 3 weeks in a row, listening to this episode.
Well, before I get into some fun Reddit posts, Josh, would you like to read some YouTube comments?
Absolutely, I would. So, like I said, we always get these Sienna comments. So we had one from Daphne Soleil on YouTube. Again, probably butchering your name. I apologize.
Guys, all Wikimaniacs, reading internet usernames is difficult, guys.
It's impossible sometimes.
It is.
But they said, love the episode. This was our Reddit stories, the husband who risks his wife's life to have sex. They said, love the episode, petition for Sienna to join indefinitely.
Wow. So
And that
whose
has-
job is she taking?
Fired. Sean, it's going to be a couples podcast now.
Yeah,
We'll draw
I feel like I
straws.
give the least amount between the three of us. And then,
We have one from the Am I the Asshole with Sienna, the Hunger Strike mac and cheese guy.
Jesus Christ.
Hunger
douchebag.
Strike mac and cheese episode. So they say with 2 master bedrooms, there would probably be a good sized walk-in closet. Move the content of the closet and make a temporary nursery. And that's Michelle Scott. So that's also a good idea
That is a good
to
idea.
avoid kicking your daughter out of her room.
Yeah. That was an infuriating episode now that I think about it.
Another one from that episode. So remember when we were talking about NC? We were trying to figure out what NC meant in the context of the
What were
story.
our guesses again? I forget what we even guessed. But
Said no context, no consent, something like that.
So
I was
we
even
had
an episode I remembered.
It's because you're the only one that listens to it after.
You're right.
So Christine F says, pretty sure in this context, NC means non-consent or no consent. So basically the dad is saying he's not forcing Harper to move back with him. And then Luna C comments underneath, actually on Am I the Asshole, NC means no contact, as in his daughter isn't going to cut all contact with him.
oh,
So good to know. I appreciate Luna C must be very active on the subreddit.
and we
So,
love to see.
yeah, shout out to her and Christine for
Is this
clarifying
the
that a little
same
bit.
Luna that is from Italy?
Yes, it is the very same.
Oh,
Shout out my fellow Italian.
wow. You remember that because they said they loved you in Italy, huh?
Well, they said they said nice things about me, and I enjoy that, Wikimaniacs. I'm not gonna lie.
Inflated ego, my guy.
My ego is so low that any comment slightly resembling positive towards me is welcomed.
We'll bump you up here a little bit, Sean. So on our episode with Christina from Spooky Tales, we had someone follow in the bit, Duchess of
goddamn it.
Dinos, says, Sean is such a great and funny host, heart. And I responded, I think this is his best episode.
Oh, it's true though.
Just kidding. We love Sean, but I still love that bit. So any episode Sean's not on, I mean, it's getting less and less, but
Keep it coming.
You
though.
can go to
keep
the
it coming.
backlog for sure.
Yeah, let's go with
The
backlog.
YouTube videos are up.
but yeah, thank you for sending those or for commenting, and anyone that comments on YouTube, we appreciate it. Helps the algorithm, helps us grow. So love to see it.
Hell yeah. Thank you guys watching YouTube, watching TikToks, listening. You've been hitting crazy numbers on
Shit.
downloads. I'd never look at numbers, but John thankfully posts them. So I know we're doing pretty well on there. And then TikToks, they seem to be doing well as well. So just your support means a lot. We're trying our best to keep giving y'all as much content as we can.
I do have one more thing that I did get sent, or we got sent on Instagram. I won't say their name because Instagram, I think that's a bit more personal than a username on YouTube.
Sure.
So they say, hi. So I really enjoyed today's episode. You got me all fired up about those issues with abortion. 100% agree with all of you on it. My only concern is that your episodes are too short. I wish they were longer. Also, I really like Sienna. She's a good addition, and I hope she'll be back for another episode sometime. Have a great week. So I would love to have longer episodes. If we could do full time, that'd be great. But we all have full-time jobs. So
We all have full-time jobs.
Full-time jobs. We got long-term relationships. You know,
Sienna wants to see me every once in a while, you know?
Other shows to cover.
we got other
You know.
shows we're on as well.
It's true.
Josh does everything.
Yeah.
We just show up.
I'm like the little
It's-
gremlin behind the
it's
scene.
It's hard. I wish we could. Like, if we could do this full time, like eventually, man, that would be awesome. We could be like lesser than Smartless.
Lesser than most podcasts.
There you go.
But still,
Yeah.
full time would be the dream. And to make that
Would
happen, you know, you could just do small $25 donations to my Venmo. Just kidding. Or am I?
You're not kidding.
I don't know at this point, to be honest.
All right. So now that we got all the housekeeping out of the way, let's jump into the Reddit section, guys. All right. So the way I do my Monday episodes is that somewhere in these Reddit posts is a word, and that word is related to my topic on This Day in History Wiki segment. So
Gotcha.
there's one word in both of these Reddit stories, and that's going to tie us in to the
To
This
the
Day in
end
History.
story. Okay.
All right, so here we go. First, I saw a comment on TikTok. You know, sometimes I look. They said, give the username to the Reddit post to give them credit.
Yeah,
So-
we don't do that. But
Should we do that?
I could understand in a podcast. The TikTok, maybe.
TikTok, we're trying to fit in as much content as we can in the short
we
time.
cut so much already.
I
Yeah.
cut so much shit.
Yeah.
Sometimes we get like, people are like, oh, you forgot to mention this. And I'm like,
Well,
I mean,
yeah,
we did
because-
mention it in the episode. I just had to cut it out to try and make it consumable on TikTok.
Yeah, TikTok. Nobody's going on TikTok to watch 10 minutes of us talking about one story. They're there
I
for
mean,
the
we could
quick.
try it.
10-minute limit now. Yeah.
we could try a test and throw a 10-minute episode or a video out.
Oh shit! Technically, we can now.
I mean, the content
we could.
the content exists in the video already. It just means less work for Josh. So if that's what y'all want,
We'll do the full,
it's
full
possible.
clip.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can do a whole clip. All right. So that one TikTok user, here you go. I heard you. This is from Rake the Snake 90 on Reddit. I'm using the subreddit TIFU.
oh, I love
Today I
TIFUs.
fucked up. Hell yeah.
Oh,
That's me every day.
Okay, that's
Sean's just realizing.
I did not know what that stood for, but now I do.
Today, Sean fucked up by not doing his research.
Hey, this
When
subreddit
does he ever?
was given to me by Josh. So thank you, Josh.
Oh, I know the subreddits to go to.
Yeah, next time I'm going to give a wild one and give you credit, even though it's not one of the ones you gave me. I'm using subreddit r/smut recommended by Josh. All right. From Rake the Snake 90. Today I fucked up by farting while my wife finished me off.
Oh, no. No. Oh. Before we even start, you know that's all she's going to think about every time she does it now. If she's willing to do it.
If she's ever willing to do that again.
You blew
Oh,
your chance
no.
of getting blown again. Like,
You blew your chance and your load. Oh.
Oh no. Both loads blown. All right. So
oh my god.
Oh,
So
God.
me and my wife were doing what newlyweds do and having some much needed time alone after a long family weekend. It started out fine. We were having some random midnight sex, but things were coming to an end and it was time for the quote Big Bang. So, not to let it make a mess all over her parents' air mattress, she starts sucking to get me to finish what we had started and reach the pinnacle. In between the spurts, my body gets so relaxed enough to let out the longest, the loudest release of gas. Now, it's 2 a.m. in the morning, as opposed to 2 a.m. at night, at her parents' house, and she won't stop laughing. She's laughing so much that it woke her own mother up. The only words she could mutter between hyperventilating were, quote, "I'm never gonna let you live this down," end quote.
Oh.
And that it says, too long don't read, at my wife's parents' house, has gas while my wife sucked me off. Now she's laughing so loud that she woke her own mom up.
Hey, that sounds like a hell of a wife. Holy shit.
Yeah, it could have been much worse.
It could have been hella worse.
Absolutely. That's so fucking funny, man. I mean,
That's hilarious.
it's a weird reaction to be relaxed. Like during it, you're not relaxed really. You're tense, right?
Right before, not a lot's going in my head. It's kind of primal.
Me too.
I know.
I don't know the state of my body. Now that I think about
But
it.
I feel you tense up. You don't relax until afterwards.
Well, are you trying to tense up because you're trying to hold it in so you don't nut? Like, I'm relaxed.
No, but I just feel it's a reaction, right?
The toes are curled.
Yeah,
Toes are
that's
definitely curled.
You tense up, right? That's confirmation, right? That's what that is.
That the toes are curled.
I
don't
tense
know.
up like during like when it's getting there.
Yeah, that's what I assume he means. Like it's, I don't know. Anyway,
If anything, this gives our Wikimaniacs much needed insight to how
do your own
non-experts
experiment.
we are in our own bodies. We don't know shit. That's so.
Hey, shout out to your wife though, man. She
Dude,
seemed
hell
like
yeah.
a good sport.
Yeah.
Because it's every right for her to be upset.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And if she was upset, we would have been like, dude, yeah, that's
Yeah,
fucked
that's
up.
on you. You fucked up.
But the fact that she laughed is super funny. It makes the
Like
story
bodily-
even funnier.
Bodily functions happen. So you couldn't even really blame him. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, for sure.
it happens involuntarily. It's just an unfortunate situation, but it sounds like you both made the best of it. So that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Good for you guys.
It's so funny that it was long and loud. Oh,
I'm trying to put all those words that you said into my memory bank so I can figure out what connects to the other story.
oh yeah. Connect all those words. It might be a little obvious, this story, just because these two
Okay.
are sort of similar.
It's Mount Everest again, isn't it? God damn it.
Yeah, it's Everest again. All right. So here we go. This is from Reddit user. I'm on the same Reddit. This is from Reddit user buttplug_rookie.
What a fucking name.
Today I fucked up. I
This
made my username.
Yeah, this happened yesterday, not today, and also a throwaway account because, of course. So recently, my partner, 32-year-old male, and I, 27-year-old female, started experimenting with anal play. Nothing too crazy. I just purchased some anal trainer plugs that are smaller sizes and meant to help you work up to actually wearing a plug. They come in 3 sizes and are made of a soft silicone. The idea is that it gets your muscles used to relaxing enough to let an object inside. I started small, of course, with no issue and moved on to the second size rather recently.
That makes sense.
I was chatting with my... Josh
What?
is like, yeah,
The
from
lo-
personal experience. Yeah.
The logic is there. I don't know.
The
I have
logic makes sense.
I have no issues with this.
Wikimaniacs, are you uncomfortable by the thought of anal play?
If you're into it, that's on. That's
It's
Like, it's all
2022.
you.
No
Yeah.
kink shaming.
no kink shaming here, John.
Nah, I'm not laughing about that. That's the way Josh said it. I'm like, dude, he said it.
I was following the logic. You work your way
He's like,
up. It makes sense
You
to
do
me.
be facts.
Logistically, you should need to train it. You should need to train it.
It's like any other body part. You know?
Yeah. So I was chatting with my partner and he suggested some kink adjacent activities, like wearing my butt plug in public. I was thrilled with the
Oh.
idea and got on board right away. Parentheses, I'm dumb and I thought wearing it to work would be a good plan.
No,
And
no,
parentheses.
no. No kink
So-
shaming, but don't
Don't
not
do
work.
Not at work.
Like if you go for dinner or something, okay.
Yeah, something
You know,
that
but
leads up to the activity, not 8 hours sitting at a desk.
at your work where you could get fired for something like that. You know what I mean?
They went
Yeah.
from spreadsheets to spread cheeks, baby.
Oh,
Let's not
Jesus.
don't do that.
I could see John sitting there thinking about something.
He's
I
like,
knew.
I'm ready.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I'm ready. I excel at these situations.
Jesus.
So, yesterday morning, I got all lubed up, slipped in my tier 2 plug, and finished getting ready for work. During the drive to work, I had no issues
like-
as tier
sorry.
2 was
This reminds me of that song. It's like, damn, it's 7 a.m. It's like, this is way too early to be putting butt plugs in.
This reminds
Like, I
me
didn't even have breakfast yet.
this reminds me of a work story I had. Getting
what?
off topic into a tangent. Sometimes I have to drive on my job, and I had to fill up the company car with gas. And the guy in front of me, this is at 7:30 a.m. The guy in front of me was buying, and I quote, "Hey, let me get 2 of those sex mamba pills." And I was like, "Dude, you're living the life I want right
You're
now."
like,
7:30.
hell yeah, dude.
I was
You're
like,
fuck
hell yeah, dude. 7:30. I'm out here working, filling up a company car, and you're getting fucking sex mamba 2 pills. Hell yeah. Anyways,
You're like, I'm doing it wrong.
yeah, I'm living life wrong. All right, back to the story. Let's just say I got pretty busy at work and completely forgot that I was plugged up. So 2 hours go by. I'm sitting at my desk and I felt my tummy rumble in that familiar way. So I
Oh.
discreetly tried to pass some gas, as one might do. A small push did not release the pent up pressure. No problem. I look around to see if anyone else was in my office and discovered I was alone. So I figured, why not rip a big one?
No.
We're so immature. I'm sorry.
I'm more horrified. I know what's going to happen.
Do you? Let's see.
I think so.
I learned the lesson that pushing out a big toot while plugged will launch the said plug into your
Oh.
underpants, causing you to panic, thinking you just shit your pants. Then you'll get up straight from your desk chair way too quickly, trip and fall right into your boss's path while he walks in.
Oh.
Then, as he rushes to help you up, you scream, "Don't come any closer," trying to spare him from the sight of you thinking that you shit your pants when in actuality, you just pushed your butt plug out.
Oh my God.
Then you run to the bathroom, mortified, still thinking that you shit your pants and screamed at your boss, only to realize it wasn't nearly as bad as you thought, and you had a huge overreaction. I definitely was relieved there was no accident, but I couldn't leave the bathroom for 10 minutes out of sheer embarrassment. Needless to say, I will never be wearing a butt plug in public again.
Oh my.
If you're my boss and you're reading this, please know that I am so sorry for a very confusing Tuesday morning.
On a Tuesday, too. On a random day of the
You
week.
even do the show on a hump day. God
Yeah.
damn.
Do it on Monday to bring your mood up on a Monday, but Tuesday's random.
A Tuesday butt plug. There are some edits.
Oh,
Okay.
Edit. Geez, this blew up.
So did you. Poor choice of words.
I appreciate that shit a lot.
Oh, shit. Thanks to everyone for all the laughs, especially those of you who shared your own stories. I appreciate all the awards too. You guys are so awesome. I'm trying to read all of the comments, but I'm sorry if I don't reply to them all. I did apologize to my boss for screaming at him and made an excuse about some tummy issues. He was super chill and brushed it all off like it was no big deal. Thank God I didn't have to deal with my plug actually falling out of my pants.
Yeah.
Also, please stop messaging me about the butt plugs. If you want your own set, here's the link. And that's it.
God damn. Good boss. That sounds like a good boss. But yeah, you're 100% lucky it didn't fall out. I would have such, I would just quit. I'd just walk and
So
I would quit
embarrassed.
on the spot. I'd be like, I'm out. It's just-
Some of the top comments were they need to make butt plugs with a microscopic hole so you can fart through it.
oh.
And then somebody said, oh, that way you can make a tinier butt plug for the butt plug. And then somebody wrote, are you EA Sports trying to make downloadable content and blah, 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 video game shit? All right. So somewhere in those two stories is a word that will lead to my this day in wiki history. But before we do that, we have something sent to us from a listener. And it wasn't an am I the asshole, but more of a what would you do and they generally wanted some advice, and I'm here to give it. You know what I mean? I didn't delete this one, so I thought, why not?
Hell yes.
So this is from a listener, emailed straight to our email. Did I say it like that? Anyways,
that's how emails come about. Yes.
What? All right. So here's the story. My husband, a 39-year-old male, and myself, a 38-year-old female, and all my kids went to the mall the other day to kill some time on the weekend. When we got there, we noticed that there was some sort of jewelry or crafts fair going on, and there were a lot of different vendors. We eventually split up so my husband could take our youngest to get some ice cream, and I took my oldest to get some boba. When I happened to glance over, I saw my husband walk very quickly to go speak to someone, but I couldn't see who. After we all met up, he directed my attention to the woman who appeared to be rocking a baby while sitting on one of the nicer seats they have near the food court. He told me that the woman had walked up holding a baby very low by her belly before sitting down. And at first, he thought it was a doll before it started to cry. After she fed it, it continued to cry, and that's when he saw her slap the baby across the face.
Holy shit.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
His estimate was that the baby was around maybe 2 months old. It was at this
Jesus.
time that he went to approach her, but he told me that he didn't say anything to her because he knew how it would look if he were there, since we're white. He kept looking at her and noticed that...
Was she not white?
I don't know.
Oh.
He kept looking at her and noticed that she'd swaddled the child so tightly, it looked like she was suffocating it. But we continued to not do anything, even though I asked him repeatedly if he would like me to call 911 to report the abuse. He said no. Later, we followed this woman who was working at one of the stalls, and she placed the baby in a carrier. But it was hard to tell if the baby was actually sleeping because it wasn't moving. I continued to ask him if he'd like me to call, and he said no. So Reddit On Wiki, what would you have done in this situation? This is super fucked up, and I don't know the right answer. I would be interested to hear what you guys think about it.
This might be the darkest story we've ever had.
God.
Yeah, for sure.
Like I would like to think that I would call child services, right? Do you guys have that down there?
Yeah, we have CPS.
The issue with that is, what are they really going to do? It's your word against hers. Yeah, man, that's really shitty. Because calling the police doesn't really do anything. I would try and approach them and talk.
Yeah,
Or get video footage.
I can also understand when they said that, like, it might look weird. Honestly, I would, like, if there was like some sort of like a mall security, I could just be like, hey, this looks suspicious. Do you mind just walking just to check
That's
up?
a good idea.
yeah,
To
that's
see
a good
if they're
idea.
doing okay. Just be like, not like probing them like, hey, what are you doing? It's like, hey, is everything okay?
Though, that was why I questioned whether that person was a minority, because then it looks
Yeah.
even worse if you as a white woman goes up to a security guard and says, hey, watch that person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it looks super shit. I know, like, and don't get me wrong, there's 100 ways this could be like, you're in the right, but the
optics.
The optics, and you don't
Exactly.
know what that security guard is going to do, because maybe it's a power tripping piece of shit. Man, I don't know.
This one's super tough because it's like part of me is like, dude, you gotta do something. But then I know it's like I watch the show called Atlanta by Donald Glover, and it speaks
Great
about
show.
like a lot of like racial problems that black people face. And they did like an episode where like a teacher called CPS on a mother, and they took the kid away, and then the kid went
Right.
to like a foster home where the white parents were crazy. And it's a good show. It's dark and funny and all that. But yeah, it's like you don't want to meddle in other people's business because you don't know what's going on. But if you see somebody strike a baby, I feel like
There's grounds for it.
yeah,
you know
there's
what I mean?
like you're right to be concerned and to say something. At least, it's like a stereotype that white people never mind their business. But like I feel like any ethnicity would see that and be like, yo, like that's fucked up.
Yeah. I mean, I get the stereotype, like the Karen stereotype, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, so I could see how it would look if you as a white woman, which I mean, sucks when there is an actual issue and you should say something and go do something, but it's tough. I'd maybe would have talked to the mom and just been like, hey, I saw you. Like, I don't even know what you say then. Like,
Yeah, I don't know, because it's weird to approach a mom with anything about like,
Their kid.
yeah, their kid.
yeah.
But when you see somebody strike a 2-month-old,
2-month-old though. That's like,
like I'm not advocating hitting kids, but like, it's different from hitting like a 4th grader.
Yeah.
Definitely don't hit 4th graders.
Yeah. Don't
Yeah, don't
hit
hit
anyone.
kids in general. But
Don't
like,
hit anyone in general.
yeah, like I grew up when spanking was still a thing. So like, I got spanked or whatever. Like
yeah,
I get,
same.
I understand that. I don't agree with it. I think,
No.
I think we as a society have learned, and like studies have shown that doesn't do what parents want it to do.
Yeah, look at our generation, depressed and anxiety ridden.
Anxiety ridden. But like a 2-month-old is so defenseless. Like literally the most defenseless part of society.
Can't even hold its head by itself, probably.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, like that. The baby probably has shaken baby syndrome from being smacked.
What concerned me is the whole like the kid being like swaddled so tight to the point that they don't even know if it was breathing or not. That scared the shit out of me.
I mean, babies
honestly,
don't
like,
move a lot. They're sleeping.
I mean,
but
still, but like it's just the context of being smacked so hard and then swaddled so tight. Like babies are so fragile, like you just never know. This is,
and we
fucking
say this
tough.
as like 3 people that don't have children, but it's like
3 men who don't have
3
children.
men that don't have children. So like take what we're saying with a grain of salt, of course. Like with anything we say, we're not experts in anything.
Yeah, this is a great story for actually listeners. Comment on YouTube. Let us know what you would do, because we have like a ton of female listeners who have children. What would you do in the situation? Because you're definitely way more well equipped than we are to address that situation. So I would love to hear what our listeners would do. Yeah.
How did this go from farting to this shit? Oh my God.
I wanted to lead with the farts and then go into this one. I didn't want to lead with this one right off the bat.
Killed the vibe, Sean.
I apologize.
No. This is it's a good thing to discuss. I think you have to either approach them or approach some form of authority. I know how it looks.
But for the baby's sake, you might have to take the hit on the optics.
Yeah, take the hit on the optics to help someone who's defenseless.
Yeah, maybe I'm giving credit to society more than they deserve, but I feel like genuinely, if your genuine intention was to help the child, you did the best you could. Yeah. So it's like,
I think this is me going back to my college days. Like, if you guys ever taken sociology, this is like classic bystander effect. It's just, again, the optics is just.
This one's more complex, right? Because it's like, how many people saw it? Did anyone see it? And then it's your word against theirs. And then it's like, did you actually see that? Then you're
being in a mall,
yourself.
Maybe you could talk to like, see if there's cameras.
Security.
That caught it.
Could see it.
And then report that.
Especially at a food court, there's got to be like more traffic in the food court too. So I doubt that it's less people that saw it, unless there's not that much people at the mall at that time.
Yeah.
It's tricky for sure. It's tricky.
It is very tricky. Wikimaniacs, please tell us what you would do, because we don't know what we would do in that situation.
And then tell us, what would Jesus do?
Thoughts and prayers.
Oh God. As a practicing Catholic, if I never have to hear the words thoughts and prayers again, I would die a happy man. And that's all I'll say about those words. But now that we have that out of the way, Wikimaniacs.
Oh wait, can we have a call out too, Sean? Hey, Wikimaniacs, if you have any other what would you do situations that you want to send to us, please, by all means, send it to us. We'll react to it. We'll give you a piece of our mind, and then we'll engage back with you, see what you would do in that situation as well. So let us know.
This is a great way for it's hard to make that content kind of for TikTok, but it's a great way for our YouTube.
But I will try.
Josh will try.
This is our way of like connecting with you as well, because then we want to know your stories, and we want to tell it to the world if you let us.
Hell yeah,
tell it as well.
I like to think we have a pretty positive and smart community that could give you actually real world advice.
I mean, we have a proven case that all of our listeners so far have been nice people by the submitted Am I the Assholes?
That's true.
100% not the asshole. All right. But with that said, I think it's time to listen to some of our sponsors, and we'll come back with a wiki this day in history.
Trim your pubes or whatever.
Or whatever word.
Father's Day is just around the corner, and our friends at Manscaped are here to ensure all the father figures are out there looking like daddy material this June. Manscaped's Performance Package 4.0, which includes their signature Lawnmower 4.0, is the perfect bundle to tackle any and all old man hair from head to toe. This right here is no dad joke. Treat him and yourself and join the 4 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped with this exclusive offer. Get 20% off plus free shipping with the code Reddit at manscaped.com. Trust me, his dad bod will thank you. Speaking of dads, there's a lot of really hairy dads over there. But Manscaped is designed with fathers in mind, and the Performance Package 4.0 is here just in time for your pop's special day. Inside this package, he'll find the Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer, Weed Whacker, ear and nose hair trimmer, Crop Preserver, ball deodorant, Crop Reviver toner, Performance Boxer briefs, and a travel bag to hold his goodies. That's a lot of stuff. I almost ran out of breath saying that. First off, let me start off by saying the Lawnmower 4.0 will be the official MVP of Father's Day. Their 4th generation trimmer features a cutting-edge ceramic blade to reduce grooming accident thanks to their advanced skin-safe technology. The Lawnmower 4.0 is waterproof and also has 400K LED spotlight he needs for a more precise shape. Does your dad use the same trimmer for his body and face? First of all, that is disgusting. So let's throw that out the window and give him the upgrade he deserves. But wait, there's more. Manscaped just launched their brand new Boxers 2.0, that dare I say, the best boxers ever. What can I say? I'm wearing them right now. We all know dads love their comfort. With summer just around the corner, the Boxers 2.0 are here to save every father from that uncomfortable heat. And these new boxers are packed with revolutionary features, including the jewel pouch, designed to cradle his boys in their own special space. This right here is a game changer. Whether he's mowing the lawn, taking out the trash, golfing in the sun, these moisture-wicking boxers breathe without breaking a sweat. Dads, buy this for yourself. Sons, buy this for your dads. Ladies, buy this for your man. And dog daddies, you deserve the treat too. Get 20% plus free shipping with the code Reddit at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com and use code Reddit. Shake what your mama gave you? Nah, shake what your daddy gave you with Manscaped.
And we're back. What is up, Wikimaniacs? All right, so John, Josh, I gave my 2 Reddit stories.
I already forgot about it.
Yeah, fuck.
Holy shit.
By design. What do you think this day in Wiki history will be about?
Maybe something with gas
That's what I was
involved or
thinking.
explosions. I mean, it's June 6th, so it's D-Day. So
Oh,
that's my only guess.
are you going gassy then?
I guess, yeah. I
Okay.
guess.
I guess.
Boo.
I'll go with
I've been doing less puns lately, all right? Fuck off.
rumbling because I felt they
Rumble?
both said their stomach was rumbling or something like that. So
Like a fight?
yeah, the rumble in the jungle. I don't know.
Ooh, the Royal Rumble is in January, though.
So
Knowing
the
Sean,
word-
it's some sort of wrestling thing.
Today's word that ties us in is gas.
Okay.
I knew it. Yeah.
More importantly, gas brings us to the father of gastric physiology. So kind of backstory. There's this one man who's known as the father of gastric physiology and
the father of passing gas.
essentially of learning about the digestive system and gastrology and all that shit. But I think after listening to this story, somebody else deserves that name, or at least deserves to be co-signed with that name. On June 6th, 1822, Alexis St. was accidentally shot with a musket at close range. The charge of the musket shot left a hole through his side that healed to form a fistula aperture into his stomach. William Beaumont, a U.S. Army surgeon stationed at a nearby post, treated the wound. Although St. Martin was a young and healthy man in his 20s, he was not expected to recover due to how severe the wound was. Beaumont later explains that the shot blew off fragments of St. Martin's muscles and broke a few of his ribs.
Jeez.
For the next 17 days, Beaumont treated St. Martin, and all of the food that St. Martin had eaten reemerged from his new gastric fistula. After these 17 days, the food began to stay in St. Martin's stomach, and his bowels began to return to their natural functions. When the heel wound itself, the edge of the hole in the stomach had attached itself to the edge of the hole in his skin, creating a permanent gastric fistula. At this time, there was very little scientific understanding of digestion, and Beaumont recognized the opportunity he had in St. Martin. He could literally watch the process of digestion by dangling food on a string into St. Martin's stomach and then pulling it out to observe the extent at which it had been digested.
What the fuck?
Beaumont continued to
It's the butt plug.
except the other way.
Yeah.
Beaumont continued to experiment on St. Martin off and on, performing an estimated 200 experiments in 10 years.
Oh,
Jesus.
shit.
Beaumont would later become the father of gastric physiology, but I think Alexis St. Martin deserves more credit because what I'm going to get to next details how unethical Beaumont was.
Yeah, I mean, it already sounds pretty unethical.
Pretty unethical, right?
Very.
The reason why St. Martin allowed the experiments to be conducted was not an act to repay Beaumont for keeping him alive, but rather because Beaumont had given the illiterate St. Martin a contract to sign to work as a servant.
Oh,
That's such a dick move.
And we celebrate this Beaumont guy.
He is an asshole.
Yeah.
Where's he from?
Beaumont, Texas.
No.
I was like, this is America.
Beaumont, Alexis St. Martin, who I think deserves the credit of being the father of gastric physiology, was a Canadian voyager from Quebec.
Oh.
William Beaumont, the dickhead, it was from Connecticut.
This is America.
Yeah, this is America.
Always taking advantage of Canadians. I see how it is.
Just
need to
taking
take
advantage of
Josh
anybody
now,
that we
so.
could take advantage of.
Fair enough. Even
Unfortunately.
each other and a lot of the time.
A lot of the time. So Beaumont recalls the chores St. Martin did as, quote, during this time, in the intervals of experimenting, he performed all the duties of a common servant, chopping wood, carrying burthens, etc., with little or no suffering or inconvenience from his wound, end quote. Although these chores were not bothersome, some of the experiments were very painful to St. Martin. For example, Beaumont had placed sacks of food on his stomach. Beaumont noted the boy complained of some pain and uneasiness at the breast. Other symptoms St. Martin felt during experiments were a sense of weight and distress and slight vertigo and dimness of vision. So
Jesus.
I mainly brought this story to light because William Beaumont is credited as the father of gastric physiology. He has a legacy where he has multiple elementary and high schools and hospitals and medical centers and a bunch of different, establishments
Things named after him.
Named after and honoring this man who very unethically and pretty much after Alexis St. Martin got out of the contract, Beaumont contributed nothing. His studies, his last years were him begging St. Martin to come back to work so he could further experiment. And it got so far to the fact that even when St. Martin had passed away, his family refused to bury him until his body had rot in fear that Beaumont's students would continue the experiment post-mortem.
Jesus.
So I just wanted, to use this. I know it's kind of depressing, but I wanted to give more awareness to Alexis St. Martin. I feel like the father of gastric physiology should be
canceled.
Should be canceled, and then the title should be given to Alexis St. Martin.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm the last person to want to give credit to a Quebecer, but this one absolutely deserves it.
Absolutely. So that's what happened in this day in Wiki history.
Damn. You brought us up with happy stories, Sean, and then you hit us with two sad ones at the end.
Back to back.
God. I was like, ooh, this is going to be a dirty ass episode. I started out with smut.
Enjoy your Monday.
Enjoy your Monday.
I'm all danger. And now I just want to,
hey, I just want to bring awareness that anything named after old white men, should probably just rename it. We should probably just rename it something else.
I agree. Abe Lincoln, maybe he can stay.
He can stay.
Yeah.
But he's the only one.
He might be the only one. All right. So before we celebrate these men, really look into if they deserve the celebration. And in the case of William Beaumont, fuck no.
Fuck that fool. Punch him in the gut where it hurts.
Just like last week, all our homies hate Andrew Jackson. This week, all our homies hate William Beaumont.
Hell yeah.
With that said, if you enjoyed this episode, kudos to you because this we ended pretty depressing.
Dark.
You're a true Wikimaniac, and you're sticking with us. But that was what happened today in history. I hope you enjoyed the really fun, disgusting jokes at the beginning because it took it downhill. It took it downhill for sure.
You had us in the first half. Not gonna lie, bro.
Not gonna lie.
I was like, this is gonna be smut. He's back.
The butt plugs, baby. But yeah, if you enjoyed this episode, you could find us. All our socials are at redditonwiki.com. I do not know the handles. That has continued to be a problem for me.
Most are just Reddit on Wiki, and then I think TikTok's Reddit on Wiki
TikTok's
Pod.
Reddit on Wiki Pod. Yeah. The email is Reddit on Wiki Pod at Gmail.
Yeah.
See,
you know
why
what?
do I have to know it if my co-hosts know it? You love to see it.
Fair enough.
But thank you guys for listening. Again, all the downloads, all the TikTok views and comments, and all the YouTube views and comments. And I guess now we have Instagram DMs too. Thank you guys for interacting. If we reply back, that's all us. We have no interns, so talk to us.
It's all me, baby.
We like talking to you back.
That's all Josh.
That's all Josh. All right. Well, that's it for this week. Love you guys. Thank you guys. Peace.
Push
Bye.
my strong hand. Peace.
Just do it.
Expert in fucking, I don't know.
Great power.
For the fifth time, it's your boy Sean. Coming at